everyone, it's Finnovation. So I have this really amazing apple cider donut recipe, but I don't have a deep fryer. The obvious question is,
how are you going to fry donuts without a deep fryer?
with a cast iron skillet and a grill. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make some amazing apple cider donuts with a cast iron skillet and a grill. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first step we're going to need to do is get some apple cider. Now the type of apple cider that you want some that is not completely transparent. So a lot of apple ciders are a lot thinner. You want some that has a little bit of a darker color, like as you guys can see on this one. And now a lot of times at the bottom of apple cider bottles, there is this little bit of residue, and this is where all the flavor has kind of seeped in. So when you're adding your apple cider, what you're going to need to do first is you're going to need 2 cups of apple cider that you're going to concentrate down into 1/3 cup. So what I like to do is, for my first cup, is to get that bottom stuff. So I'm going to shake this up, pour it in, and then I'm going to get another cup from my other little bit of apple cider, and then, so it's going to be 2 cups. Okay, so we have our 2 cups of cider in here, and now we're going to reduce it on medium-high heat. So my stove has numbers, and that would be like a 6.5 or a 7. So, and we're going to do that for 10 minutes. This is our reduction of our apple cider. So we just finished doing this, and it took a little bit longer than we thought. It actually took about like maybe 25 minutes. Maybe we had it on a little bit too low of heat, but anyway, as you can see, if I run my rubber scraper through, it has like this really pretty thick texture, and it really reduced well. Now I'm going to set this aside and grab my mixing bowl, and I am going to add 1 cup of sugar. And then I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to add that in right now. This has to be at room temperature, by the way. And we're going to cream this on a mixer, or you could mix it by hand for about 3 minutes until it becomes light and fluffy. Alright, so this is our color. And right now it's very nice and light. This is our butter and sugar. And now we're going to add some eggs. So there's 2 eggs. I'm going to pop them in there and mix for another like 2 minutes. So I'm going to start mixing right now. Okay, now we're going to be doing our dry ingredients. So in here right now I have 3.5 cups of flour. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, so I'm going to add that. Then I'm going to have 1.5 teaspoons nutmeg. Then 1.5 teaspoons cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of salt, and lastly, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, now we're going to mix all this together. It really smells good, so I'm going to mix it right now. Alright, now we're going to take 1/2 cup buttermilk and pour it into our sugar, egg, and butter mixture. There we go. And now we're going to take our cider mixture and also pour it in. So we're going to pour that in. Now we're going to put our dry mixture into our other mixture and mix it until it is all combined. So this might be a little bit difficult to mix. And I would recommend putting some sort of a towel or mixing really slow so that that dry mixture doesn't go flying out. Alright, and now we're just going to wait till it's combined. Okay, so we're going to be making donut holes. So now that you have your dough, you're going to put some flour on a countertop and throw it down, and you're going to start kneading. So I'm just going to knead it for a while, and then you're going to use a large cookie scoop and go in, get a good scoop, and plop it down onto your tray. Alright, the next thing you're going to need to do is get a cast iron skillet and a grill, and you're going to use some canola oil and heat it up to 325 degrees. So we just used a thermometer and checked that it is 325. Then you're going to take your donut holes and drop them in. Okay, we'll wait for those to cook, and we'll show you once we're done. Alright, so right now what we're doing is we are flipping over our donuts. This actually only took like maybe even 1 minute. by the time I got them all on, they need flipping. So right now what we're doing is just flipping them, keeping them cooking consistently, and the goal is just to make them look like donuts. Okay, so some of these are looking pretty done, and what you're going to do is you're going to use some sort of a spoon or something to get a donut out of there. So I think this one's looking pretty good, and you can see they have that nice brown color, and we have some paper bags with some cinnamon and sugar. So you're just going to make sure all the oil's off and drop it in there. Then you're going to shake it up just like this. And when we're done, and they're, ooh, a delicious donut. Okay, so our first couple donuts, if you can see here, they were a little bit still raw in the middle. So for our next ones that we're cooking, we'll just know to cook them for a little bit longer. All right, it's important to keep the grill closed when you're cooking because a lot of times the grease will cool down and you want the grease to stay nice and hot. So my first couple batches of donuts did not go as planned. So the problem is we were getting too big of donuts and we weren't really letting them cook long enough. So what you want to make sure you're doing is getting your oil. You want to make sure your oil stays hot. That's very important. Then what you want to do is have small donut holes if you're going with donut holes. I suppose you could do regular donuts, but that's going to be a ton harder. So anyway, what you want to do is get small donut holes and throw 1 or 2 in at a time until you get the hang of it. So we're going to keep trying right now. Okay, so now we have our mini donuts, and I'm going to give them a try. I hope that they're good. They look delicious. They're
Those
so
donuts
good. Sure were great.
Great. Donuts? Finn, that reminds me of a great donut joke.
Really?
No, I guess it's not really that great, but I'm going to tell you the joke anyway. Why did the donut and the bagel take their family to Disney World?
I don't know. Why?
They thought it would be fun for the whole family.
Oh boy, I guess I get it, because donuts and bagels both have holes. Whatever, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!